Willie Hofmeyr removed as head of the Special Investigating Unit and HIV campaigns to be taken to primary schools. Good day to you. President Jacob Zuma has appointed former Judge Willem Heath as the new head of the Special Investigating Unit, replacing Willie Hofmeyr. Hofmeyr, the Deputy National Director of Public Prosecutions, will remain head of the Asset Forfeiture Unit. President Zuma says it's become necessary to further strengthen the capacity by placing each of these two units under separate commands. Heath was previously head of the SIU when he was a judge in the Eastern Cape High Court. Presidential spokesperson Mak Maharaj.
These adjustments are a strategic adjustment made by the President so that we can beef up and enhance our capacity to fight serious crime and corruption. Willie Hofmeyr was heading both the SIU and the AFU and belonged to the management team of the NPA. So he's done a phenomenal job over the years, but the work has been increasing.
Governments to take HIV/AIDS campaigns to primary schools because young girls as young as 8 years old are engaging in unsafe sex and falling pregnant. This emerged during the release of the National Antenatal HIV and Syphilis Survey conducted in public health facilities across the country. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi.
In all our prevention and our programs, we need to include younger and younger children between the ages of 10 to 14, meaning we need to go down to primary schools. We need to work together and integrate. The hostility which we experienced earlier this year when we spoke about HIV/AIDS counseling in schools, all our studies are showing that regardless of what parents think and what other groups think, there are problems there in schools, studying in primary schools.
The Constitutional Court has reserved judgment on the question of what to do with Cape Judge President John Hlophe's appeal application. He wants to appeal against the Supreme Court of Appeal judgment, which effectively reopened a disciplinary hearing into complaints of misconduct against him. The complaint was lodged by judges of the Constitutional Court after Hlophe allegedly tried to improperly influence the court's decision in cases involving Jacob Zuma before he became president. But the majority of Concourt judges are party to the initial dispute and may therefore be disqualified from hearing the case. Judge Edwin Cameron had an exchange with Hlophe's lawyer, Tabani Masuku, on how to deal with the problem.
Mr. Masuku, could I just put to you that there is a cure that other democratic systems have, which is that where the apex court is inextricably conflicted, the judgment of the lower rung of the appellate system prevails. That's the position in the United States.
With respect, Justice Cameron, our constitutional system is a bit different because in our constitutional system, the solution to a problem is the appointment of acting judges.
State Security Minister Siyabonga Cwele says he's unfazed by moves by opposition parties and civil society organizations to challenge the State Information Bill in the Constitutional Court. The bill was approved by the National Assembly last week despite widespread opposition and question marks around its constitutionality. The National Council of Provinces has now called for a multi-party ad hoc committee to deal with any contentious issues. The minister was briefing the media in Durban.
We are not threatened that people can take us to court. And I know for a fact that after extensive amendments to the Act, there's no one who can stand and be confident that this bill, as it stands today, is unconstitutional. We also have hired senior advocates to look with a clear brief. If you find anything which may be unconstitutional, don't hide it to us. Tell us.
Environmental Minister Edna Molewa says it's too early in the climate change talks to pronounce the current agreement on greenhouse gas emissions, the Kyoto Protocol, as dead. She was speaking at a press briefing at the COP17 in Durban. The minister says the South African government, which is chairing the conference, won't give up on Kyoto and will continue engaging with countries that have indicated they will not commit to extending the only legally binding document to cut carbon emissions. The protocol needs to be renewed by the end of next year. Let's take a look now at the top story. President Zuma has appointed former Judge Willem Heath as the new head of the Special Investigating Unit, replacing Willie Hofmeyr.